So it spawned me down here, which is not where I was last episode. I don't think I'm high enough because I don't... My thing doesn't allow me to fly, it allows me to glide. I can fall with style, I can't actually fly. And I can't do either of those things because I don't have 50 rings, so give me a moment. Like, I can't gain elevation here, I can just go straight ahead from wherever my jump height was, so, how am I getting up there? Now we're getting somewhere, how do I... X? Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. I don't know why it spawned me down there. So I was where the game, after the Maria, whatever, cutscene, it put me at a place where I could easily reach the big, scary alien thing. And then I quit for the day because I was done recording for the day. And then it spawned me somewhere completely different for some reason. Anyway. We are en route to what I believe is the final boss of the game. And then we may also do the Shadow movie DLC. Or we may come back to do that tomorrow. Depending, I don't know how long it takes to do that. But I also don't know how long it'll take to do this, so we'll just kind of play it by ear, I suppose. And so at last we arrive at Radical Highway. Except it looks normal now as opposed to the red chromatic mess that we've seen throughout the entire rest of the game. I believe this is Radical Highway Act 2, if the achievements are any indication. And yep, it's well, I say it looks normal, except for the part where the buildings are all lopsided. But as far as its color palette is concerned, it looks normal. Excuse me? Thank you. Yeah, looks the same way I remember it looking from Sonic Adventure 2, I believe. Well, actually, I guess maybe not. I think I'm thinking of the Tails stage that looks very, very similar to Radical Highway. So you can just fly over the whole level. I guess not the whole level, but huge chunks of the level, it would seem. I think the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Radical Highway... Actually, is it even from Adventure 2 or is it from Shadow? Or is it just a similar level in Sonic Adventure 2 that looks exactly like this? Or the other way around? I don't know, it all looks the same to me. Because the first thing I think of when I hear Radical Highway isn't even anything to do with Shadow, it's that level you play as Tails. No way you're never gonna get me to figure out what the name of it is, or remember what the name of it is. But it's one of the few Tails levels there are. It's not the first one. It might be the second one. I don't know. It's the one that takes place in like a small town, and then you go into a bridge, and it's the one where I cheesed the level design because I fell off, but then I floated my way back because the way that there is no like world design in Adventure 2. It's just like a level placed in the middle of a very obviously painted background. It's just a JPEG that makes up the skybox, and it's not like, it doesn't feel like a cohesive level. It's like if every level was the driving levels in specifically the driving town missions in 06, where it's just a random highway that's placed in the Wave Ocean level, and there's no sense of, it doesn't make sense as a place in the world. So because of that, I fell off the level, but then I was just able to float my way back to an earlier part of the level that I logically should have been able to get to. That's what I think of when I hear Radical Highway. But this is actually pretty neat. It's clearly it's maintaining that morph, like the ripped apart sense of, oh god, everything's falling apart, and it's, guess I didn't clear that jump. everything's falling apart and it's totally, completely out of whack. But it doesn't, you know, hurt the eyes with how overwhelmingly red it looked. It looked like something out of Hazbin Hotel. I guess I didn't jump, okay. It looked like something out of Hazbin Hotel the first time around. Now it looks like a normal city that's just having a bit of a rough day. So that's pretty neat. Jump. See, I feel like that was the same thing I did last time. But we made it this time. I'll take some more rings. Or not. No rings for me. No rings. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna stop jumping, is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna jump. I'm just gonna go left to right. And even that, sometimes, nope. Okay. Just stick going left to right. Oh, hey, are you afraid you have to kill you? Also, boosting doesn't work. Why are you exclamation pointing me? I'm mashing X to boost and it's not, simply is not letting me do it. So I guess boosting is not allowed and whenever you're sliding down a surface like that. I guess I wasn't gonna fight that guy after all. That seemed like a guy that you would fight. A little mini boss. And actually now I think it actually is Adventure 2 that this came from, and not Heroes, because those rockets I remember being in Adventure 2. Some were vertical, some were horizontal, some you would launch at boxes and crates to break open. Some you would use in the Knuckles and Rouge stages to launch yourself up to the top of the level to get Emerald 1, and then you would fall back down to get Emerald 2 to the bottom of the level. Also, I was able to phase right through a lot of those things when I had my wings out, I guess. What? Was that not in the blue? I am pretty sure I was in the blue when I hit A there. I am exceedingly confident that I was in the blue when I hit A on that. But, alright. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's fine. That one I'm less sure on, but I think I was also still in the blue. Alright, that one worked. First time for everything. And then that's the intro of Adventure 2 when he's sliding down. He's standing on top of the highway or the bridge, and then he slides on down. You know what, actually? It kind of looks like a cyberspace stage. That's kind of what it looks like. The aesthetic of it. And, boss time? Oh, never mind, that was not Act 2. Why do the achievements say... Why wouldn't you just say radical... Oh, whatever. Seems strange to label the achievement like that, but... Oh well. See, I was about to try to phase through some of them, because I was able to phase through them previously, but that might have only just been because I had my wings on. The wings grant me invulnerability against any kinds of those surfaces. Okay, yeah, you need to have your wings out in order to clip through them. Can't clip through them ordinarily. And I'm already out of boost. Which I wasn't last time, by the way. I was not out of boost when I was trying to do it sliding down the ramp. That was just something that the level doesn't allow you to do in certain sections, but this time I actually don't have any boost left in my boost meter. Saw an ad for his motorcycle up there, and that was pretty neat. Oh hey, a platform to land on. I thought we were going straight to the boss. Whoa, well. Guess that, where was I? Oh, there was a very narrow boost thing there that I could step on. I thought we were doing one act of Radical Highway, and then the boss, or that maybe they were one and the same kind of thing. Because it seems strange. It seemed very, very backwards and bizarre to have an achievement labeled Clear Radical Highway Act 2 but not Act 1 if you were going to... Like, it seemed like an under... Alright, guess I'll die then. It's kind of hard, like, there's not much freedom to be found in this ability. It's not really a thing where you can do it wherever you... Like, it's a matter of you to use it creatively within all the levels. It's pretty much just... You will use it in this specific section when I tell you you can use it, and it guarantees you have the rings you need for each specific section. The hell? Fighting ghosts now? I mean, I knew the Shadow game was crazy, I didn't realize it was that crazy. Fighting ghosts, aliens. Don't think that was how I was supposed to do that. Really don't think that was how I was supposed to do that. I still have a little bit left over of my, my Super Shadow flying thing. You again? Didn't I already kill you? Whoa. Oh. We're still alive. That... I don't even know what's happening anymore. We lived, I think. I'm not fighting your ghost this time. No, get off. I don't want to fight your ghost. I just want to leave. There's this motorcycle again. I wonder if they'll ever have the balls to make Shadow actually drive a vehicle again. Or if these are going to be his substitutes, or if they were burned so bad from the vehicles in Shadow the Hedgehog. And some of the vehicles in... I'm sorry, was my ring counter not still counting down? Which therefore meant I should have still been able to... Alright, I just won't use it this time. I'll go around the tall trunk. And keep going the normal way. Wonder why Radical Highway was... Well, I guess I'm dead. Wonder why Radical Highway was selected to be the final level. I guess this is people's... The one they thought people would like the most. I mean, you could ask the same question about Planet Wisp, but the difference is that there wasn't really a sense of going in any kind of chronological order there. Or sorry, going in any order of like worst to best, or least popular to most popular. It was very explicitly just, we are doing this in the order in which the games were released. And that's all there is to this. So, which they did a similar thing here, where we went to the Adventure 2 stage, and then the Hero stage, and then the 06 stage, the Forces stage, and then the Frontier stage, a game the Shadow wasn't even in. And then after that, like, that much is inconsistent with how Base Generations was. But then Base Generations also didn't have one final stage that they were hyping up as, like, the grand finale, which this definitely is supposed to be. So it's a little weird. But I guess I do know how much people adore Adventure 2, so it's not that outrageous as a concept. Can I fly through these? No, but they don't damage me. So that's still something. A lot of this level just feels very much like follow this path with your wings and fly here, and or grind along this linear path. This as a final stage, I am not... I was impressed with the aesthetic of it originally, but I'm happy to say that I've done it now. I'm not super thrilled with how that went as a final act or a final capstone. Also, hopefully the final boss will be better. Hopefully the final boss will be better.
The time has come, Shadow.
Agreed. Time to sever this bond between us forever.
Please don't ever put Devil Doom in the Sonic movies. Or any of that alien shit. Like, you want to do the whole Adventure 2 Maria thing and then the Ark colony in the sky, whatever. But please don't do this. Also, it's just dawned on me that I might have to use the wing power-ups in this boss, which... not super looking forward to that. I can do this. This is the same thing as the Heroes boss. This I can do. But the wing controls are not something I'm particularly fond of. In fact, it actually looks... so far this feels pretty similar, like very similar to the Metal Overlord fight. Hey, look at that, I got the name down, I think. And you just call it the Heroes boss. As far as you surf on the surf thing, and then you homing attack, and also you use the bumpers to whack items back. I was kind of expecting something akin to, you know, a Super Shadow fight, which is why I like the wings would make sense, and maybe that'll still be the final phase. Shadow's equivalent to Super. Even though Shadow can go Super, we haven't been chasing the Chaos Emeralds because this is happening concurrently alongside Base Generation, so all the Chaos Emeralds are currently out of commission, so they can't really have him go Supersonic unless they're like, oh, Shadow was in the background helping kill the Time Eater the whole time, you just couldn't see him, that kind of thing. So I thought that as an equivalent to Supersonic, they would have him use the wings to fly up and kill him. And again, they might still do that. But so far, it seems pretty much the same kind of thing as the Metal Overlord fight. All right, are we going to wing mode now? Oh no, oh no, oh no, it's worse. It's worse. We're going to whatever this is called. Oh no. Well, I mean, if the swinging itself is simplistic enough. If it's just the swing, I can do it. The thing that tripped me out wasn't even the swinging. It was, like, the mechanics of, you push once and it worked, it functions as an Indiana Jones whip. You push the button twice, and then it pulls you toward it immediately like a grappling hook. But specifically like the Persona 5 grappling hook, where it's not like you can hook onto a point and then pull yourself towards it. But with some degree of player freedom, like in Halo Infinite, it's literally just, it zips you exactly A to B where you want to go at all times. That's how that works. But none of that is like, I feel there's a lot of things about how this mechanic works that have just not been properly communicated by the game itself. Like right there, I was trying to whip myself for, oh my, apparently he can do that. I was trying to whip myself forward, like, oh my god. I would really appreciate it if the camera would not do that. I can see what I'm doing. See, like that time, I don't understand. No, I don't understand. I don't understand why sometimes it lets me. Is it like how close to it I am? Whether it determines whether I go into whip mode or whether I just get pulled toward it immediately. Oh, what? Why did... Okay, that just disappeared below me. That better not be it. Surely there's a secret other phase, right? Yeah, here we go. That's what I was expecting. Unless, don't make it a quick time event. Make it another phase. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Make it another phase. Yeah, there we go. That's better. I'm also very happy they've chosen All Hail Shadow as the song on which to end this game and not, like, throw it all away or some shit. This is what I was expecting them to do. Because, like, it even has the same mechanics of the rings ticking down, so it seemed pretty obvious that it was going to eventually be used. In fact, you could even say that this mechanic is only here to give Shadow his supersonic equivalent. Because, like, it doesn't really come up on the stages at, like, for most of the game. Like, they introduced it once, I think, in the very beginning, and then it didn't come up in any of the other levels until the very final level, which demonstrated why it's not a great idea to have this be a mechanic that you can use in all the other levels. Because it kind of feels like a slightly more dynamic version of the hang glider from Sonic 06, because it's mainly just like you will fly along the path that we tell you to fly on, and you don't really have much choice in the matter. That's kind of what it felt like. So it's really, its purpose here is more in just giving giving Shadow, allowing Shadow to do a supersonic fight in the absence of Chaos Emeralds, which I'm fine with. Because if that last thing was the final boss, if it had just been that final phase, which was just a retread of the Metal Overlord fight, followed by a really annoying Doom Morph section, that would have been kind of annoying. So how am I supposed to parry that? Is it the same thing in Frontiers where you push, like, left bumper, right bumper? What is this? Just another tunnel to fly through? Excuse me. Okay. That worked. How does this tunnel work? You can't... I'm trying to... It's like I'm being magnetically pulled towards the sides of the tunnel. I think is what's happening there. Okay, now so maybe... So I thought I had to parry him whenever he attacks, and then that's when... That was my chance to attack. Is why I wasn't doing any real damage to him. But... Seems like that's not the case. Seems like you have to just wait for him to... For the game to let you homie attack into him. Okay, that's what it is. Or maybe it's not. Never mind. I guess that's not what it is. I tried pushing left bumper, right bumper in sync with when he swings toward me, and I think I nailed the timing. But either that's not what... Either that doesn't work, or I didn't get the timing right. I don't know which one is which. Legit have no idea. What I do know is that this is taking a little longer than I was expecting. Ah! I think this is doing damage to him, though. Slowly. So at least that much is working. I could do for some more rings. Why did that not work? I reached him and then nothing else happened. And also I'm about to run out of rings. Oh. In fact, it's exactly the same as the hang glider in 06, where it's like you're trying to fly one way, but the game just actually won't let you because you're on a pre-scripted path, and you can make slight adjustments to where you're positioned, but really nothing major. That's exactly what it is. Whenever you tilt Shadow in one direction or the other, he just immediately defaults back to the standard central position, because again, it's just like 06. Okay, so you don't parry it, you dodge it. The very obvious mechanic that you keep using to parry his attack again and again, like the mechanic specifically designed for you to parry all the objects that he throws at you, for some reason doesn't work in that instance, and you just have to dodge it instead. Oh, you have like 3 lines. It really does behave exactly the same as the hang glider from 06. Like, it's literally exactly the same. You make slight alterations and then it snaps back to the center. There we go. Finally, it's over. Oh, wait, I forget. How could I forget the quick time events?
Will be one.
Mashing A, that is... I don't... People hated this in Unleashed. At least I assume people did. So why would you bring that back?
Deny what you are. We are one and the same.
I am Shadow Hedgehog. This is the destiny I choose. Now, to end this!
Perfect timing, too. Sonic is getting ready to confront the monster that trapped us here. If I'm going to switch the emeralds without him noticing, we have to do it now.
Very well. I leave it to you.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Aren't you coming? He might need your help.
I need to settle something first.
Whatever. Shadow? I knew you could do it.
Maria!
I'm okay. Really.
Professor, what's happening?
Without Black Doom's influence, the time anomaly is beginning to heal. We are returning to our own point in time.
I'll stop Rouge. Use Chaos Control. Stop this moment in time.
Your facial animation does not match your vocal delivery.
I don't want to be frozen in one place in time. Besides, your friends need your help.
But you don't know what's going to happen.
I know I'll see you again. And if fate draws us apart, I will always be in your heart.
Maria. Wait.
So I checked Twitter, and because they're always listening, I saw a tweet asking what 3D Sonic game was the worst final boss, and all the comments are saying Frontiers, which is just so funny. Anyway, yeah, that's over, thankfully. Yeah, I don't know why they thought that Radical Highway was gonna be worth making the big final level. I guess because people have a hard-on for it or something. I don't know. Most of that was... So I do not understand why people are saying this is an S-tier Sonic game. I don't... One, there's not much to it. It's just this very... Like, in terms of sheer what's available, it's a very, very limited experience. Which they seem to be aware of, because unlike base generations where they present you a lot of challenges and then you only are required to do a very small fraction of them, and if you enjoy them you can do more of them, or if you're an achievement hunter you can do more of them. Then in this game, you have very few challenges, or at least it seems like comparatively very few challenges, except you have to do all of them. You are forced to engage with every single one of them in order to get all the keys needed to unlock all the boss gates. So that's annoying. Bosses themselves were pretty solid. I was a fan of BioLizard's boss. Nephilis was obviously the best one. Some things I was a little disappointed with, but generally speaking was a pretty good... Carried over pretty nicely. Obviously, the Kingdom Valley stage was amazing. I was not a fan of constantly being thrown into Radical Highway every level. And I really wasn't a fan of the Radical Highway level when we finally got there, because a lot of it was just the glider thing that you used to fly between point A and point B on a map. Who did Erica Lindbeck play in this? Well, now I have to find out. I won't be satisfied until I know who Erica Lindbeck played. Erica Lindbeck. Oh, she's the voice of Omochao and Blaze, apparently. I would have lost that bet. Where even was Blaze? Or I guess maybe this is just combining from both games. Well, whatever. I got distracted. The regular Doom boss was like, it was just a retread of a previous boss, but it was mostly fine, if a bit anticlimactic for a final boss. And then the final boss itself was just... I hate that tunnel that magnetically pulled you to the side, so you're constantly fighting the controls to stay in the center. The controls of the flight thing, like, it's so obviously just there to give Shadow a super form. But then also simultaneously to have Sonic fans go, Shadow is the best because he beat them without a super form. Yeah, Shadow's amazing and I love him. He's the bestest character ever there in the whole wide world. Yeah, Maria. So that's why that was there. And it's just... Like, in the hub world, you can use it to fly around, except not really, because you don't fly, you just glide. Which became really annoying when the game decided to spawn me down on the floor for absolutely no reason, instead of just spawning me up above, exactly where it spawned me after the cutscene. It didn't save those positions, it didn't save those coordinates for some reason. That would make too much sense. But yeah, while there is more freedom in the hub world and the level itself, it's very on rails, very underwhelming, very linear. I don't know why you couldn't parry his tentacle attacks when it, like, you had the perfect opportunity. Like, the whole rolling thing you do seems tailor-made for that exact thing. You did it to obstacles, but I guess his tail is too much. I suppose only Super Sonic can do that in the Frontiers bosses, which apparently people consider to be worse than... Well, as the final boss they consider to be worse than this. Because the public consensus on Frontiers has turned quite a lot over the last few years, as it usually does. Can't wait to see what happens with people's public consensus on this game. Speaking of which, Chaos Island shouldn't have been here. It just shouldn't. I don't know why it wasn't. I don't understand what the thought process is in bringing a other than for purely technical reasons in terms of conserving resources and cutting corners due to a lack of budget and or time. There's no reason why Chaos Island should have been in a game. There's no reason a level from a game Shadow isn't in should have been in a game that's all about Shadow and celebrating his legacy and his history. But overall, it was still fun. I sound annoyed because the final level was not that great, nor was the final boss itself. But that's not to overshadow the rest of the game, which was pretty solid the whole way through. Yeah, it was a very consistently good experience for most of it. I just don't... I don't know why. I don't know why this is being paraded around as, oh my god, this is S tier, and holy shit, it's such a astounding improvement over Frontiers, that dog shit piece of shit game. Holy hell. I'm so glad we're out of the era of Frontiers. Of course, if you remember when Frontiers came out, people were saying, thank goodness we're back. I'm so glad to be out of the era of Sonic Forces. You know, just something to keep in mind moving forward. Forces being in this game was another strange choice. I don't know how heavily involved in the story of Sonic Forces Shadow was. I know he had it. I know there was a Shadow DLC for that game, but like the insistence on not taking anything from Shadow's own game is both hilarious and depressing. It's hilarious because like they know it's shit, that they know it's a fucking awful game, so they don't want to remind you that it exists. But also like it's literally Shadow's game. I don't know. I'm gonna stop venting. Oh, and as for the story, I don't care about Maria. I can't see her as anything other than a meme because of how the Sonic community has discussed her character and continues to fucking cheer like monkeys when they see a banana anytime. If I haven't mentioned this before, I went to the Sonic Symphony and every single time they showed footage of Maria getting shot, they clapped like seals and screamed like gorillas. But yeah, overall, Shadow Generations was a solid experience. I am happy I played it, even if there are some things about it that I wasn't a huge fan of. The challenge structure for bosses, the final level and the final boss, and just some small things here and there. But I'm certainly glad I played it. but it does, however, very much feel like it was thrown together very quickly so that they could get it done in time for the movie coming out later this month. And by that, I mean in a couple days from now. Alright, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I'll catch you all tomorrow for the bonus episode of Shadow Generations. Goodbye.
All hail Shadow, heroes rise again. Obliterating everything that's not your friend. Nothing can stop you now. No ghost to bring you down.